Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel Answers by Divine. This is going to be for your full year of 2019. Full year of 2019. If you know your rising, you could actually cross-check your rising for more messages as well. Otherwise, let's get started for the sign of Pisces for the full 2019 reading. Alright, so a couple of shuffles for Pisces. I'm feeling good today. And I'm doing yours after Leo. I should be working on Virgos and the rest of them. But Virgo was just so difficult to be reading. So I decided to do it the other way around and do Pisces first. Pisces 2019. One last shuffle for Pisces. What do we have for the whole year of 2019 for the sign of Pisces? Okay, here we go. Pisces, full year 2019. Money, money, money. I feel like some of you are spending money. Some of you, this year, there will be a lot of outgoing expenses, but also at the same time, many of you will be earning big bucks, right? Many of you will be earning big bucks, but the equivalent of how much you're earning and how much you're spending is almost about the same. It's like incoming and outgoing at the same time, or if not within this year. I feel a lot of stability. I feel really good about your 2019 this year. So good. There's so much exciting activities, and it's almost like around you there's full of positive and good vibes. I don't say this positive message only because just for business sense. No, not at all. In sometimes the reading can be really bad or shitty, but this time around somehow Pisces, I feel good about your vibe. I'm happy for you. You can see that I'm smiling for you. I'm smiling about your life. I feel like you're enjoying, you're having a good time, and it's almost like, you know what, Pisces, it's almost like you have grown up. You have grown up so much over the years, and this is one of the year where you're probably at your maturest time of life. If you're 30 years old, if you're 40 years old, this is the year where you feel like you have matured the most. You have grown up the most, somehow. You know, I feel like you're able to revisit the past, not in the sense of love, actually not at all, but I feel like you're able to revisit the past, whatever that you were childish about in the past, as you see yourself to be. Like, you're able to revisit the past, you're able to deal with things right now, deal with people whom you were not able to deal with this time. Actually, I mean, this message is not just going to be for 2019. In fact, I mean, like, I feel like, but specifically for this, it will be from now and going forward. It's like you have grown up. You know, you come to understand the thing called life. You come to understand that. And I feel like you're very understanding at this point in time in your life. You're almost easygoing, and you just let things go and accept people for who they are, because their actions don't determine you as a person, right? I see you revisiting your life, introspecting your life a lot. Even though I have the 8 of Cups. I have the 8 of Cups in reverse March, right? But, and and you know, the thing why I said about you introspecting, or you are able to revisit people or events or things that you have never been able to accept in the past, is like someone, somehow they just pissed you off in the past. But now when you look back, you saw that, oh well, I mean, people are just, they're just who they are, and things is just as it is. We have the 6 of Swords over here. 6 of Swords with the Hangman. So this is you. I feel like you're revisiting the past, where in the past, anything about the past, generally just general life over here. Things about the past where you were not able to understand, to comprehend why are things the way it is. You're able to revisit, and you're open to revisit this time round. I feel this message is not going to be just for this year. This is about talking about you generally, Pisces, where you have really grown up and you have matured a lot over the years. And I feel like Pisces, many of you will be spending very wisely. Even though you'll be spending, but you will be spending very wisely, very wisely. It's like the things that you're going to spend, the expenditure is going to add on to your life experience. It could be traveling, it could be, I don't know, any big ticket items. I'm seeing big ticket items over here. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is you outgoing money. Outgoing. You bring your money out somewhere, right? But they will be big ticket items and they will mean very significant to you this year. Nice. And I see you coming to clarity. I see you coming to clarity about the introspecting about the people around you who has been with you all these years, all this while, when you needed them to be. Who are your friends? Who are not your friends? Who are there for just for good times? Who are there for you when you really needed them? I see blocking out, cutting out, blocking of communication without having to know. Is that you don't need to know. You just know somehow that people, some people around you in your social circle are just there for good times, and you don't want to know why they are the way they are. Five of Swords, this is about you blocking out communication, and then you don't need to know. Almost like you don't need to know. You will just leave them. You will just leave them. Leave them. Let them be. Let them be. I mean, in a way, yeah, you're just going to let them be. One last shuffle for second spread for Pisces, whole year of 2019. Whole year of 2019. Nice. Ooh, nice. Aha. Oh. I feel a lot of expansion for you this year. Expand is almost like the Jupiter, which is a planet of gifts and expansion. Temperance, and Seven of Swords. Seven of Wands. Let me continue to look at this spread. Nice. Very good. Yeah. You will be very wise. I'm almost seeing like a very wise person this year. Very wise person. You will move away from people who are consuming you, Page of Pentacles, who are just making use of you, consuming you, your energy, your money. It's like sometimes you have to buy the bills, and you're always the one who give out more, who does more, to contribute more when with someone or in a social circle over here. And the Ace of Swords over here is you don't really care. You don't need clarity. Ace of Swords is about clarity. News coming, information coming, the best news. To you is like, oh well, no. I don't need to know. I got no time for this shit. No time. Alright, let's look at your second spread over here. Oh, this is like Pisces. I'm seeing you very spiritually awakened over here. I know. I mean, there are still some bad vibes around you. There's still some bad vibes around you. But what you see is only all the good vibes. In your world, in your own vision, you're only seeing the good vibes. But we don't deny that there are still really bad vibes around you. Some people who are just really, like I said, here for the good time, right? Here for the good time, just to enjoy your sorrows, just to see you, enjoy seeing you in sorrows, like going through tough times in the past. Right, these people are around you, but the way I'm picking up from you, you've seen a lot of beautiful things. You saw how beautiful this world can be. You saw how insignificant all these people who would never mind, whom you shouldn't even be minding in your life around you. Like you saw how insignificant that was, right? Seven of Wands, Page of... nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'm also seeing you might... So Pisces, what I'm seeing over here, so obviously in life we don't... There's no way, there's actually no way where we can control who are the type, who are the group, the type of people who come close to us, whom we work with, whom we meet on a day-to-day basis. But I'm seeing you, anytime when you see any toxicity over here, any toxic person, narcissist over here, you will just be like, oops, no, I'm going. And then you just turn your back around and just do your shit. And then you strike a balance over here because we start off with the Temperance. The starting card is so significant over here, and the same for your middle of the spread. The rest of the cards are just... So I've laid out 9 cards. So this is how it is, right? I've laid out... Wait, hang on. I've laid out 9 cards, right? So the surrounding cards are just some stories to make up your life. But the first card that I lay in every spread, and also the center of the spread, also the bottom of the deck, those are very significant. Very significant. Actually, maybe the last card as well. So the first of the 9 card and the 9 of the 9, the last card. Okay, so this is it. The first card here, and then the last card here. Okay, so let's go in. Let's come back to your first spread. The first card I have was the Knight of Pentacles over here. That's going to be expenses, outgoing finances this year, March, for the most part of the time. The end of the spread, we have a 5 of Pentacles over here. I feel like this is just you leaving out all those people who no longer mind, whom you no longer saw any importance in them, right? And the Page of Pentacles, the center of your spread, it is, I mean, this is your center of the spread. Page of Pentacles in reverse here. So you will be very careful, even though there's going to be outgoing money, but you will be very mindful about who you're going to spend it on. What are you going to spend it on, right? And you're open, you're very open, very mature, you're so sensible. I'm seeing a lot of senses this time round. So the first, for the second spread, the first card, we start off with the Temperance card, and the last card, we end off with the Wheel of Fortune. This is fantastic. Don't care about... Let's ignore the rest of the cards. The rest of the cards are just going to form up a storyline about your life. But I'm telling you, let's just say as a guideline, I have got 4 decks of cards. So I'm on the second spread. Let's just say the guideline here is the second spread for the second quarter, right? And your second quarter, we're going to start off with a lot of balance. It's like a very chill, easygoing, smooth sailing second quarter, starting from now at the end of March and going into April. It's gonna be so smooth sailing. But as we go into the end of April or May time, and even June time, right? But we're gonna end off spring, June time in a very good note, which is your Wheel of Fortune. So, but in between, I'm seeing in this quarter, actually the honest thing is that in between, I'm seeing there's going to be some people that's going to challenge you and test your patience, test your limit much. And I want to advise you, the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. You have, Page of Swords is usually about a liar. But for you, your reading, I don't want to see it as a liar. I just feel like you have to say what's necessary. You know, just say what people want to listen. What makes sense, or what is going to help in that situation for yourself. So it's just like if you meet with any negative people, you could just be in their clan, just be in their clan, like, oh yeah, I agree with you, even though you don't really agree with them, but you can just say, yeah, I agree with you. So say the right things with the I wouldn't say the right person. Say the appropriate things with the person at that time, right? With whoever that you come across, whom you cross path, whom you work with throughout this year, or maybe at least for this quarter, right? So if you meet really negative people, just I mean, I don't really usually preach that to everyone, but I feel like this is going to help you a lot. But you know, when you say things, you're gonna look a lot like Two-Face. You're gonna look a lot like Two-Face. Like on one side you're a good person, and then when you're with the bad with the evil gang, with the gang who's like bitches and all that, you will be the bitches like them. But when you are no longer, when you're not with them, like, I mean, let's just say after work, when you leave the office, you will be yourself. You will be back to yourself. I feel like you have to do things just to fit into the environment, but yeah. One last shuffle for Pisces. Let's do one more shuffle for Pisces. So the center of the spread, oh, I forgot to tell you about it. The center of the spread, we have the Eight of Wands over here. Say appropriate things during appropriate times. Eight of Wands over here. I mean, because coupled with the Page of Swords. So, and beneath it, we have the Queen of Swords. The Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So this Queen of Swords is in reverse. So this Queen of Swords is telling us that you just need to say the right things, like the appropriate things during appropriate times. And then you will easily you will easily glide through those times where you could feel a degree of difficulty, like, you know, like maybe at work you have to deal with bitches, like really bitches, my god, like, yeah. But you know, you just have to be like them, and be looking like you're with them, you're their clan as well, right? But that's not gonna change you. It's just because the circumstances there and then call for it, right? So Pisces 2019. Let me see if I missed out anything. Yeah. Two of Wands, Five of Wands, Eight of Swords, Death card. Pisces, I also want to tell you that whatever that has ended for you, well, I mean, because I see your mind going back to the past a lot. It's almost like you're thinking about, you missed out an opportunity in the past, you missed out your chance with someone, with a friend or just someone in the past, and you've been thinking like, what if, or the what if. So this is the third spread. Let's just say this is a third quarter as a guideline, but the timeline can just be any time, can be random. The first card, let's look at the first card here. We have the Two of Wands in reverse. So this is you being indecisiveness. The last card over here, it is the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is also in reverse. So swords are about how you think, how you feel, and this is in reverse. So you haven't actually got over the past yet somehow. For those of you who's about relationship, then maybe this could be about your love. But I don't see a lot of cups here. Well, maybe there are, but even for these cups, let me just show you, right? I want to show you what I meant by when things has passed, it has passed. We have the Five of Cups over here. This is you coming out from depression, coming out from the dark days, the darkness over here. But you'll be thinking about all the what if, like the past. What if we were together by now? What if we managed to work out ourselves, right? But I'm telling you, whatever that's not working out, because this is a missed opportunity, whatever that didn't work out for you is going to serve you well. We have the World, right? It's not so clear, but this is the World. This is a complete cycle. Whoever that didn't work out with you, whatever that didn't work out with you, for you, there's a reason why. I was just thinking about, so I'm recording this for those of you who watch this much later. I'm recording this in the month of March, towards the end of March. You could see the date in the description box below. So the thing is that if any one of you know, like in New Zealand, there is the Islamic outbreak, whatever you call it. I'm not sure whether it is due to terrorism, but yeah. So the thing is that I was supposed to be there during this time of the year. We, like 1 year ago, me and my group of friends, we planned to be there. We planned to go on a road trip over there, but somehow I didn't work out well with the group of friends. I mean, we are fine, but we just didn't talk about the trip, and we were not so much in contact. So the thing is, what I'm saying over here is that when things didn't work out for you, there is a reason. There is a reason by universe. There's always something, how should I put it? There's a reason for why things didn't work out for you for some areas of your life, or actually for most part. It is what it is. This is life, right? This is life. It is what it is. We have to accept it, and life continues. Life continues. Now I'm in a different place. I'm not there in New Zealand and having to deal with all those the threats of the religious threats and all, right? So that's one example that I could give it to you. I hope it gives it, you know, you can understand what I'm saying over here, and don't feel too bad about things that didn't work out for you in the past, be it love, be it finances. Some of you, or I wanted to say many of you, could have been having harsh times, tough times, difficult times. Some of you could have difficult times for a while, and you just feel like everyone is doing so well, everyone is doing so good. What happened to you? It's like, even now, for now, even when you manage to get somewhere, you know, you, like, I've got a Pisces friend who recently started to travel a lot, but she's going to some nearby places, but to her it is an achievement. To her it is an achievement. But maybe to the rest of the people would be like, oh, okay, it's just that, it's just there. And then people have been travel around, have already traveled around the globe, and then she's just going to neighboring countries, or if not, the furthest would be just half the globe, right? So yeah, so anyway, I'm just giving you an example, not looking into that energy. But so this is what I want to tell you. You might feel like your life, even though it looks better than before, but it is nothing. Sometimes for some of you, it might feel like it is nothing compared to the rest of them. People go all over the world. People go to travel like across the globe. I'm talking about really across the globe. Let's say from Asia to like for me. All right, let's not talk about me, right? So from Asia to Canada to US, or from US, Canada to Asia. Not like half the globe would be somewhere to Europe, which is pretty near, like maybe 8-10 hours flight. If you try to travel like 24 hours flight, you die. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to say over here. So that's the thing that you might be so that's the third spread over here. Maybe the third quarter of this year, but otherwise it will just, the timings can be pretty random. It can just be right now as well, that sometimes you introspect about your life and be thinking about, you be envious about where people are at this point in time of their life, and then you are still where you're at. Nothing good, nothing bad, but I'm definitely seeing you up, going up. Your life is improving, it's expanding for you. The bottom of the deck, we had the Seven of Swords over here. I read one quote. Oh my god, I'm so inspired when I come to your reading. I want to share this one quote that I read maybe just a day before this reading that I'm doing today. The more you know, the less you know. Do you get what I'm saying? The more you know, the less you know. Just imagine, you know, sometimes in our life, when we come across, I mean, most of the time it would be at work. You know, when sometimes we see maybe newbies, new colleagues joining the company, and then they are not humble enough to ask, to check check before you do. They'd be like, oh yeah, I know. Like trying to act smart, like trying to be a smart ass, but they actually don't know. So that's what I meant by the more you know, the less you know, right? So this is what I'm seeing over here. Seven of Swords over here. This is you trying to find out. Look at this person, right? This person is sneaky, trying to find out, trying to, and this is Swords. Swords are about information, information, just being informative. You're just trying to find out and see how the rest are doing, how are people doing. Maybe in terms of love as well, you might be stalking. Some of you might be stalking. And as we talk about it, some of you might not have gotten over past love. If this is, it's because the center spread, we have the Four of Cups. There might be a missed opportunity for some of you if this is a love relationship. But I'm telling you again, I'm repeating myself, this, it is what it is, right? There is a reason why things didn't serve you, didn't work out for you in the past. So anyway, I'm coming to talk about this. So the more you know, the less you know. So stop reading into others, stop looking or being envious about others. Everyone is different. You never know, like all of you never know, would never know what others are going through. It's like for me, I look like I'm having a good time here, doing a reading here, but how many of you know how harsh life has been treating me? None of you know. I was sharing in one of my live sessions just last night before today. I was just sharing about my past where I got into heavy debts, and it took me many years, 8 years or 9 years, and I was sacked for when I was in the bank, when I was so young, when I was a little girl at the age of about 21. I just joined the banking sector, and then I was sacked by the bank for some issues, for something that I didn't do. But anyway, that's life. And I can never join any big corporation, because they would definitely do like cross-reference check, and because being sacked by the bank and my name got blacklisted in the finance, in this like almost like the credit bureau kind of thing. So when you want to join a bank, the bank would have to cross-check your name, whether if you have any black mark or blacklist with this credit site. So yeah, so anyway, I'm just saying, I'm telling you all this, just I want you to know, not everyone who looks good are really good. So forget about you digging out and envy and being envious about people on Instagram, all their fanciful photos. I'm telling you, these are crap. Really crap. And for one reason, I don't use Instagram, because all the photos that you can have filter, filter and stuff like that, you will look so pretty, look so good. It's so fake. It's just so fake. All right, let's come back to your last spread over here. I apologize. Maybe you're not interested in all this shit, but let's get to your last spread. Last spread for Pisces in the whole year of 2019. One last shuffle for Pisces. What do we see for Pisces? All right. 2019 for Pisces. Nice. Love it. I love your bottom of the deck. Not the best word to have, but it is the best thing to have at some point in time in life. Five of Swords in reverse. Nice. We're going to close off the whole year of 2019. Oh, nice. Do you see this? Do you see this? The word here, death. And do you see this snake over here? We're going to close off this year with you living, gradually pulling yourself out away, or separating yourself. I mean, just pulling yourself out and away from people who are just negative, narcissists, right? But I just want to clarify, guys. Like sometimes tarot readings, they are messages for the soul who needed messages. And who are the souls? The souls are the lost souls who needed guides and navigation in life. Otherwise, with anyone who's good having, imagine, come on guys, if you imagine if you're on a tour, on a holiday, would you still be on YouTube looking on your day, on your weekly forecast when you're traveling? When you're having a good time, you wouldn't. When you're having a good time, you wouldn't look at all this shit, right? It is only when you're down, when things are not working out well for you, we have messages here. And the messages here will be mostly negative, because this is what some of you are experiencing, right? So anyway, I mean, I can't get enough, because I get scrutinized so much for putting out some negative message for some of the messages for some of the signs. I mean, that's my take. I'm not sure whether you guys would agree with me. So anyway, but in any case, if I still have a lot of room to improve, continue to give me constructive feedback so I can improve myself, which I really want to learn and be better each day, every other time, right? So all right, coming back to your last spread, the Death card here is this is the bottom of the deck, overall general energy. I'm looking at this as your fourth quarter towards the end of the year. We're going to close off this year very nicely. I couldn't find the exact word. I wouldn't say that there's going to be any form of celebration, right? But we're going to close off this year very peaceful, very nicely, where you have groups, very close, healthy group of family members, friends, people who are genuine and genuinely care for you around you. That's what I see for you as we close off this year of 2019. So this whole year will be a lot of cleanup work for you, Pisces. A lot of cleanup work for you. The center, all right, let's begin from the start of the spread. We have the, what is this? 6 of coins is in reverse. So you will start to see yourself, being reluctant to give yourself away easily, so easily, like before, like how you did. The last card of the spread, we have the 9 of coins over here. Some of you might be feeling lonely, even though you do a cleanup. I mean, that's only reasonable, because when you do a cleanup, you know, your surroundings will be so empty, will be so spacious, and then that's where you need to fill, you find and you feel the need to fill in the gaps, right? And this is you. 9 of coins is in reverse. Some of you might feel lonely, but I see it as pretty good, because then you will have some peace. And I mean, most importantly, we're able to cut out and live away from all this toxicity and all the negativity. The bottom, not the bottom of the deck, but the center of the spread, we have the 5 of swords is in reverse. You no longer need to deal with shit. You no longer need to deal with bullcrap. 5 of swords is in reverse. 5 of swords is usually about, look at this person's face, like, I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna fight my life with you. But this is in reverse. This is pretty good. You know what? You don't have to do you don't have to dirty your hands anymore. This is gonna be so healthy, so good for you. So perfect. I love your reading. I mean, there's really nothing fanciful over here. The way I'm looking at this, but at least this is going to be a very clean, peaceful, serene year for you. I would want a life. I would want to be Pisces for this year, right? So Pisces, I hope you like the messages, or otherwise just be entertained. Till then, I will see you in many more to come. If there's any feedbacks that you like to give it to me, not just for this video, because like I think specifically for this video of yours, I'm so hyperactive and so hyped up, but like generally I'm kind of serious, and sometimes the messages might not sound very cool. But yeah, give me constructive feedback along the way, and I hope to be better with you, and let's all grow together. Till then, take care and ciao. Bye.